So I made it to 51% of all her little... What's my hair? Are you serious? What is this? Ugh. Hi, it's Monday. Welcome to the start of another weekly reading vlog. I finished The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson, and I'm going to give it 5 stars. And for reference, I have not given Tiffany D. Jackson another 5 stars since Monday's Not Coming, but this was just amazing. She, in her acknowledgments, pays homage to Stephen King, and there is a lot of Carrie in this book, but like, it really is its own story, and it was good, and it was so good. So this was my first book for Blackoweenathon. I'm so excited that I read this, and the audiobook is one of my favorites of the year. The mixed media and everything were just so good. It was like a podcast and then news articles and interviews and all this stuff. So there was just so much going on. 5 stars. Probably going to be one of my favorites of the year. I highly suggest this. So I found my Kindle. I had not seen it for like, I'm not even kidding, 2 months. But I found it and it's charging. And I don't know what I'm going to start. I think I'm going to start How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady. So I haven't read a book physically in like 3 months. And obviously with ARCs, for the most part, I know NetGalley does have audiobooks, but I usually just get the e-ARCs. So I'm going to try to do that and get through that and read Narc for Arctober. So let's do this. I am 15% into How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady. Louise just found out that her parents died in a car accident and has gone back to Charleston, South Carolina to like plan a funeral and figure out like what to do with their belongings and stuff. And honestly, that is as far as I've gotten. We are introduced to her brother Mark, who is 37 and a drunk and like is not going anywhere in life, and he is the absolute worst. And we have also met her extended family, and they're just like trying to figure out like what to do with this. She has gone to her parents' house and a few weird things have happened, but that's it so far. I'm only 15% in, so I'm not sure if I'm going to read tonight. I am super tired, or if I am going to watch my best friend's exorcism. So I guess I'll let you know what I do when I know. Okay, hi, it's Tuesday afternoon. I haven't been updating because I've been reading, but I am 47% into How to Sell a Haunted House. And this is a lot of family drama, which I was not liking at first. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I was like, oh, this is not something I want to read about, especially between siblings. But now it's getting really interesting, and I'm loving it so much. And I normally like really like family drama, but I think it's because it was between the siblings. I was just like, I don't need this. But things have gotten really interesting, so I'm really liking this. I'm trying to read 25% or more a day because I just have so fucking much to read this month, but like, I don't know, it's not gonna happen. So I am going to finish reading for a little bit more today, and then tonight I'm going to be listening to the audiobook of Ghost 19 by Simone St. James. This is an audio only novella, and I just got it. It just came out today, so I am going to listen to it today. It's super short. I could listen to it in less than an hour probably. So these are my reading plans. I'm hoping to get maybe to 60% of How to Sell a Haunted House today, and I would like to finish it tomorrow, but I don't think I can. So yeah, those are the plans for today. Castman is at the office today, and it has just been super hectic. Like, he doesn't even do anything while he's here because he's working all day, but I just feel like supported when he's here. Anyway, I don't want to go by. Okay, so I made it to 51% into How to Sell a Haunted House. Something super gross just happened. Like, I had to put it down. Talking about it right now is grossing me out. It's hard to talk about ARCs because I never want to give anything away, and especially this is like 4 months in advance. So just know it was gross, and I personally thought it was gross, and it was gross, but I'm really liking it. However, I'm going to take a break. I'm still trying to get to 60% tonight, but I am going to start Ghost 19 and finish Ghost 19 by Simone St. James. I just got it today. It came out today. So once I know what this is about, I will let you know, and I will finish it tonight probably. Okay, Ghost 19 is about a woman in the 50s. I already forget her name. Whatever. She has like a mental breakdown. She was like a D-list actress, stage actress in New York City, and she moves upstate, and because she's hysterical, and she just starts watching her neighbors, and that's like all she does all day. She tried to leave the house and had this like episode, and like so now she hasn't left the house, and that is all I know so far. There have been references of her being like having a hysterical moment because she's single. There was references about how women need to cook to keep a man, and very like that kind of stuff. So that is, I have 34 minutes left of the audiobook, so I wanted to update now before I finished it in literally 34 minutes. So that's what's happened. So I finished Ghost 19. 2.5. It was pretty pointless. Yeah, and also I don't like novellas or short stories because I feel like there's no development, and that's how I felt with this one. And I think I just said this, but it really felt pointless. So that's that. I will obviously be reading any like full-length novel that Smoke St. James comes out with next, but like I would skip this one. Hi, it's Wednesday. I'm going to try everything in my power to finish this book today. I'm so slow at reading physically now. That sucks. But I'm 74% into How to Sell a Haunted House, and this is the ARC edition, right? And I felt like I was at the end, 74% in, and then something happened and my heart sank. Also, this book is wild. Like, I don't want to say what it's about because it's an ARC, but it's like nothing like his other books that I have read. So in like a good, like it's very good, but it's also insane in like a good way. So I'm really liking it. I'm hoping to finish it today. It's nuts in like a good way. But like I got to the next chapter and my heart just sank. So like, God, we'll see. Okay, so I finished How to Sell a Haunted House, and I read the description of it before I talked about it because I don't want to give anything away. And the big thing about this book is not in the description, so I will not be talking about a lot. But what I will be saying is that I've given this 5 stars. The last couple sentences gave me goosebumps, and that's how I felt with my best friend's Exorcism 2. Like, that whole book was way more than The Exorcism. It was about friendship, and this book is about family. But I will say, if you are looking to read this book and you think that it's going to be a scary haunted house story, it's absolutely not. It's not going to be like that at all. So I don't want you to be disappointed. I went into this not knowing anything, and it, like, what it ended up being about was completely surprising. I had no idea, and I liked a lot. It is super different than anything he's ever written. It's not my favorite. My best friend's Exorcism is still my favorite, but this could possibly be my second favorite. Could pass Southern's Guide. So like, what I want to say with this one is to keep an open mind, and it's not a scary house story. It is, but it isn't. It's hard to describe. Anyway, I'm going to be pre-ordering this, even though I just read it. So I'm very excited for other people to read it so we can all talk about it, because this was wild in like a really good way. So 5 stars for this. Okay, so for Blackoweenathon, I am starting this tonight and then reading it during the day tomorrow before Halloweekend starts again. But that's All Her Little Secrets by Wanda M. Morris. I know that Lexi really liked this one, so I'm super excited for it. I know that this is just like a mystery thriller, and I'm super excited for this one, so let's go. Hello, it's Thursday. I did read a little bit of All Her Little Secrets yesterday, but Castleman is going to pick out my books for this weekend for Halloweekend. I am, for my main prompt, going to be reading House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland. This is the Halloween vibes. This is stretching it. It gives me personally Halloween vibes, so I'm going with it. I'm buddy reading this with Bree from 4 Paws in a Book. So now he has 4 books to choose from for the bonus prompt. So let's see which one he chooses. I'm back. Hi. So Casman did choose my TBR, but I'm gonna have to change it. I'm still going to read House of Hollow, but Blood Sugar is due back in 8 days, and there are 16 people waiting for it, and that just gives me too much anxiety, and I'm not going to be able to read it if I don't read it this weekend. So I'm going to be reading Blood Sugar after I read House of Hollow, and that's how that's gonna go. I'm choosing my own TBR. Castleman can suck it, basically. So I'm 105 pages or 28% into All Her Little Secrets, and this is about Elise, and it goes back and forth between present time and the past, where she is in a small town in Atlanta and she leaves to go to like a private school to get out of that small town, and then in the present she goes to meet her boss early in the morning, who she's also having an affair with, and he is dead, and they think it's a suicide, and she pretends like she does not see it basically, and comes back to her office, and then it is, you know, out that he killed himself, and she is having an affair with him, and no one knows this, or she thinks no one knows this, she hopes no one knows this, and now she's gone to the funeral and everything, and they're saying it's a homicide, and also she has gotten his job. Like, there's no interim, there's no anything. Basically, he dies, and the same day they're like, hey, you have this job now, congratulations. And there is a ton of racism because she is the only Black woman in this whole company, and it is just a lot. It's super fast paced. This is so good. The writing is so good, and I just like, what is gonna happen next? Like, I have no idea. So I'm loving this so far. It's so fast paced. Like, it looks really long. I'm 28% in, but like, I'm flying through it. So loving this one. I was hoping to get 100 pages in today. I'm already 100 pages in today, and it's 9 o'clock in the morning. So I usually read until 4, so who knows how far I can get in today, but I'm absolutely loving this. And then tonight I will be starting House of Hollow for Halloweekend again. So these are my plans. I will let you know how it goes. So I made it to 51% of All Her Little Secrets today. I feel really good about that, especially because I spent a lot of time on TikTok today. That's fine. I'm loving this. I feel like it's a super fast thriller, and a lot of things are happening, and one thing was revealed, and I was listening to it downstairs, and I was by myself, and I just went, and I love when I can do that, especially with a thriller. So I'm really liking this. I'm hoping to pick it up again this weekend and finishing it soon. Like, it really just depends on how fast I can get through these other books for Halloweekend, but I'll see you tonight for my first book for Halloweekend, and see you soon. Hello, it is the second, nope, let's start over. It's the first night of the second weekend of Halloweekend. There we go, I got it. And I am starting House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland. I soft DNF'd this about a year ago because the audiobook has an accent, and I didn't have it in front of me at the time, but I knew it was something that I wanted to come back to. I believe this is for the prompt of Halloween colors or vibes or something. Obviously, it doesn't have a lot of Halloween colors, and I don't know why I did this. I think I just wanted to really read this, so stick with me. I don't remember what this is about, so I will let you know what it's about when I get to it. But this is for a main prompt, and I'm trying to get to this one first. So let's see how it goes. So I am 100 pages into House of Hollow. I'm really liking it so far. It is like creepy vibes. So the main premise is these 3 sisters, Gray, Vivi, and Iris, all go missing when they're children, and they go missing for a whole month. And then they come back and they don't remember what happened to them. But their dad thinks that they are completely different. They don't think that they are the same. They think that something terrible has happened to them. They think that maybe they have died and they've come back as something else. So now we're in the future, and Iris is the main character, and she is like a senior in high school, whatever the equivalent to that is in England. And her older sister, Gray, is missing, and she like can't feel her. She doesn't know what's happened to her, and she gets this note saying, if you see this, I might already be dead. So now Iris and Vivi are trying to find her, and like just some creepy shit has happened. So that's what I know 100 pages in. I will say I'm liking this so far. for the vibes alone, the writing is really good, and I am really liking this so far. So like, we'll see, but I'll keep you updated in like another 100 pages. So I wanted to update because I'm almost done House of Hollow, and I've only given like one update, but I really don't know how I'm gonna rate this, and I haven't even finished it yet, because although I'm liking the atmosphere and stuff, I feel like I 100% am not liking the story, which is fine. So like, I have 15 minutes left of this audiobook, and then I'll let you know obviously how I'm feeling, but like, it just feels weird for me personally, like maybe too weird. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you, that's not what I do. I don't know if I fully understood this book, which is fine. That's okay. However, I'm still gonna give it 4 stars for the vibes alone and the writing. Like, the writing was so good. I love this setting. I loved like when there was action happening, even if I was fucking lost the whole time, it was still really thrilling. So like, for that alone, 4 stars. When the reveal happened, I was like, wait, what's happening? And then the ending happened, and I was like, wait, I still don't understand. And that's probably a personal problem, and that's okay. But all in all, I would read this again. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep this. I have not been keeping a lot of YA because I don't really read YA anymore. I don't know. I think I might unhaul it. Ooh. Okay, so House of Hollow was my main prompt. Oh, it's Friday. Oh, fuck. It's Friday, everyone. Shit. So bad at vlogging. Okay, so I finished my main prompt for Halloweekend. So now this is the bonus prompt, and this is a cover that I love because look at this cover. I have no idea what this is about. I have no idea what this is about, but it doesn't matter. So I'm going to start this now, and then I'll let you know what it's about. Okay, so I'm 75 pages into Blood Sugar, and I'm loving it, but I don't know what's in the front cover, so I'm gonna read it because I don't want to accidentally give away the whole plot. Okay, I could just kill you right now. It's something we've all thought at one time or another, but Ruby Simon has actually acted on it 3 times to be exact. Though she may be a murderer, Ruby is not a sociopath. She is an animal-loving therapist with thriving practice. She's had long-lasting relationships and a husband, Jason, whom she adored. But the homicide detectives at Miami Beach Police Department have doubts about that happy marriage, are eager to uncover why so many people have died within her arm's reach. Okay. So I didn't know what this is about. The very first chapter, she is in the ocean and she's 5, and she sees a 7-year-old like drowning, and instead of helping him, she pulls him under. And that is how this fucking book starts. Oh my god. And I was not expecting it, but I'm absolutely loving this. I was talking to Lexi about it, and she was like, I don't know, it's not really a thriller, and that's how I feel about this. Also, I'm listening to the audiobook, and the audiobook narrator is just like so, like, there's no affect in her voice, and it's just like very monotone, and normally I would hate that, but since like we're in the murderer's mind, I kind of absolutely love it. Like that the voice is just like so monotoned, because it's just like, these are the facts, this is why I killed them, this is what I did, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm thinking about. And normally I would hate that, but in this book I'm loving it. So like, who is she? Who am I? Branching out. I don't know, but I'm really liking this one. Hi, it's Saturday. Yesterday I got 40% into Blood Sugar by Sasha Rothchild. Lexi just said she almost unsubscribed to me. That's great. I really like this so far still. I learned why it's called Blood Sugar, which is really interesting. And like, now I'm wondering, like, I know she's killed other people, but did she actually kill this dude? I don't know. So I finished Blood Sugar, and I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I really like this. It's crazy because you're just like rooting for a serial killer. What? So that's weird, but I really liked how this was written and the story and everything. I just like don't know if it was actually a thriller. But I really like this, so 4 stars. Also, I decided to lower my star rating of House of Hollow to 3 stars, so I definitely won't be keeping this. And that's just how that goes. So I finished my prompts for Halloweekend, which is great. These books were a little bit on the shorter side this week for sure. Weekend for sure. So now I'm going back into All Her Little Secrets for Blackoweenathon. I am like 50% in. I can't remember. I think I was like 51% in when I stopped reading this on Friday, I think, or Thursday. So I'm excited. I have sprints again tonight. I don't know how far I can get into this, but I'm super excited to pick this up again. I finished All Her Little Secrets by Wanda M. Morris. This was a debut. I thought it was excellent. I'm gonna give this 5 stars. The racism in like the corporate America world is something I guess I had never really thought about. Like why would I? But Wanda M. Morris is a lawyer, so like she's writing from experience. This main character is a lawyer, so I just thought that this was really fascinating, and there were several occasions where I went oh fuck like out loud, and just like this was really good. I absolutely 100% enjoyed my time reading this one. I don't remember what prompt I had this for, maybe like a murder mystery. Either way, I highly suggest this one. I just like can't believe that this was the debut. It was so action-packed and I loved the main character. So yeah, so I am getting ready to start an arc. I don't know which one yet, so give me a minute. Okay, so the arc that I have decided on is Finley Donovan Jumps the Gun. This is the 3rd in the Finley Donovan series. This is going to be different for me because the other 2 I have read exclusively on audio, and it's one of the best audiobook narrators I have ever listened to. So I hate that I don't have the audio for this because I feel like it's really an immersive thing for me now with this book series. However, I feel so blessed to have this arc that I am just going to go for it. So Finley Donovan Jumps the Gun. Hello, it is Sunday night and I'm getting ready to edit this video, so I should close it out. I did not read yet today. I still have sprints on my channel tonight for Halloweekend, but I talk all day and I'm just so tired from hosting so many sprints. It takes a lot out of you. And I went to Barnes & Noble, and then me and Rowan painted some pumpkins for Halloween. So like that's really all I did. So if you made it to the end of this video, give me a pumpkin emoji and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.